The truth is, we are all born trillionaires. Every single one of us. The odds of being born is 1 in 300 trillion. So just being alive, we are created in His image. We are creators. We create the lives that we think and bring about. So whatever you're thinking of today, being grateful for your life, being grateful for all the things that you're living with currently, being grateful with the power to change it all in an instant by imagining the life that you want, by enjoying the life that you have, knowing that you're going to get there, putting no time restrictions on it. I know for me, the scarcity mindset, I didn't think I had it because I always made a lot of money. But I made a lot of money out of fear. And that led me to losing my first $1 million. But what's going to make me a trillionaire is the fact that I dissected that and figured out what it was my scarce mentality. So I see that in everybody now. It's funny how you're walking in the matrix, so they say. What does that mean? To me, it means most people are walking around not even knowing what they've been programmed with. And it takes a lot of conscious awareness to learn what that means. Intellectually, you can understand something, but emotionally, you make your decisions. I've worked with thousands of people, and the last 5 years, it's been the most challenging, and which has led me to the discovery for most people, they live in fear. When people are fearful, they hold tight. We went through a crash in 08 in the market, and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. For the next 15 years, things have been pretty great. But the whole time, people have been fearful of another crash. And it hasn't happened. COVID came, recession came, and we still haven't had a real estate crash. What most people don't realize is when interest rates went up 4% overnight, it's kind of like you got robbed $150,000 from your house without anybody ever getting their hands dirty, and you never even knew. You just felt the pressure of not having any money. If you don't grow your mindset and expand, your outside is predicted by your inside. So if you live on abundance, with abundance on the inside, you will attract it on the outside. And I know this because I've hit many goals, I've manifested things, I've worked towards things. But I've dissected the last 20 years of my life. And if I can go back and make a couple of changes, I'd be a lot wealthier. Now here's the thing. It's not about the wealth, okay? It's not about the money per se. It's about living your best life. Now, how do you live your best life? You could do it without any money. Agreed. So you can be born in the U.S., make $30,000 a year and be the top % of the world. Why is it that everybody is walking around ungrateful? Because they compare themselves to everybody else. Well, when you do that, it sends out the universe scarcity, and you get exactly what you're thinking of. So if you want to live in abundance, you must control your mind at all times, the words that come out of it. Listen to the words that come out of your mouth, because when I spend time with people, ever since I started saying nothing negative out of my mouth, which took me a few months, but really probably a couple of years till it became a really good habit, I notice it out of everybody else. People don't even notice it. And that's the issue in the matrix that you're currently living in, is you're not aware of what you're doing every day. So if you have a job, 9-to-5 job, and you don't like it and you're not happy there, maybe you should make a change. First change is getting educated and learning. Now, originally I started off working real hard because that's how I was trained from my father, saving from my mother, and those two things made me my first $1 million, which I could have did it a decade earlier. I had $100,000 saved up by the age of 24, and if I would have had a mentor, knowing what I know now, someone that's been through things, I could have timed things better, and I would have been a millionaire by the age of 27 instead of 35. So here's what it taught me. Why not become a trillionaire? Well, something that my mind has battled with. I made it to billionaire 2 years ago, saying that I was going to become a billionaire. I could never say that before because I speak the truth. I didn't know why. I didn't know. It made me feel weird saying that. I felt guilty. I felt all these things that would keep constantly come up. And then I started asking myself why. Then I went down the rabbit hole of the Bible and society and understood greed is not good, but abundance is. If you made decisions out of abundance, you would have more. That's the prediction that I figured out. So if you guys haven't followed me yet, please subscribe. All I talk is real estate investing and development. That's what the channel was called. But I do really more mindset. So it might get changed to the truth of a trillionaire. Because we're all trillionaires. This is going to bring up people. People are going to think, oh, guy's not a trillionaire. We're all born trillionaires. The odds of being born again is 1 in 300 trillion. Why don't we think about that? Why don't we live our lives from that? And I've been doing that for a long time now. And it's brought a lot more abundance in my life. It's given me my time back, my energy back, what matters the most. What you can't get back is your time. So when you waste your time with people that are going nowhere in life, unfortunately, like crabs in the bucket, they will try to pull you down with them. I've seen it, I've lived it, now I'm aware to it. So it doesn't happen anymore. I call them out. I say, don't be a crab. Be a flea. Did you know that fleas could jump 3.5 feet? But you put them in a jar with a lid on it, they'll hit that ceiling hundreds of times until you break their spirit, and they will never jump out when you take that lid off. The worst part is their children that are born in the jar will never jump out of their jar. What does that mean? What if it means for thousands of years we've been brainwashed to be slaves to money, to things, to people, to power? What if your sole purpose in life was to become the best version of yourself? All right, so I sold real estate for 22 years. I couldn't sell myself for decades because I didn't have self-value until I earned it. I earned it by making millions of dollars. I had speech problems. I had confidence issues. I had a nervous breakdown. I had a, what's it called? Women do it at around the age of 40 typically. I had a panic attack at 20. By 24, I had a mental breakdown. And I can dissect that, but maybe that's for another video. I've had a lot of issues, and what it all stems from was my mental stability coming from the way I was programmed as a child and the beliefs and the society and trying to fit in. But fortunately, I didn't have a lot of guidance growing up, which gave me the ability to become who I was supposed to become, which is abundant. We're all created in the image of God. We are all miracles. 1 in 300 trillion. If you stop worrying and tracking your life by money, because guess what? You can make $1 million and it can all go away. And the reason it goes away is out of fear. So what that taught me was living in abundance is everything. Becoming a trillionaire is not about the money. It's about the lives I will change and the things that I will do and the service I will provide and giving. So what if you could just tell yourself every day you're going to be a trillionaire, work towards it. If you did that, first, you have to become a millionaire, which I've done. Second, you have to become a billionaire. Third, a trillionaire. What it's going to make you do is think bigger. You're not going to think bigger at the beginning unless you get around people thinking bigger. So if you guys comment mentorship, I will reach out to you. I will mentor you for free, for money. It doesn't matter. Nothing's going to stop you other than you. That's the thing. I have a program for everything because I finally discovered I've been doing this for free my whole life. I've been getting people off the fence, getting them out of fear, teaching them how to think logically and intellectually about money, about equity, about leverage. I've sold 2,000 homes, I had 38 doors at the age of 38 within a 3-year period. And now I'm working on 1,000 doors and changing 1,000 lives. So if you want to be one of those, I'm working with many people right now. Comment mentorship. I've spent 40,000 hours, if not more, on leveling up my mind. I've gone through things you can never even imagine, and I can get you to places you've never been that you should be imagining. If that's something you want to do, mentorship. Subscribe, like. I will be doing some webinars here shortly, but for now, what I knew best was real estate, but what I've discovered is the mindset is everything. So those are the two things I talk about. Real estate's a real easy stepping stone to get people to the next level. But what I realized is most people will never become investors. Never become investors. And they will remain poor. And high school is teaching this. I'm working with a kid in high school right now that is brilliant beyond his time. And there's actually a few of them. But anyways, the point is he made a comment about school and they're teaching him to get a 401k and to pay off everything and retire at 65. Guess what? That's a pure method for slavery without the whips and chains. You can take an elephant, put a chain on him when he's a baby, and after a couple of years, take it off, and he'll never leave that circle. They do that to you with get a 401k, retire, get a job. Slavery. Whips and chains were better because you'd actually run from it. It would be painful. Some people would risk their lives and die because of the pain. But now, you're living in a slow comfort of death. I'm looking to work with people that see it, that are afraid for the change, but looking for a way out. Most people are too scared and they won't do it. All you got to do is give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share this video, take some steps of action, do things you're uncomfortable with, and grow. Comment mentor, and I will personally coach you. I have a course, I have private mentorship, and if anything else, subscribe and get motivated. Every single day, I will be dropping a video. God bless you. Peace, love, everything of abundance I can give you. Appreciate you. Go make it the best day ever. It's raining here. I love it. I work out every day, and so should you. Comment Jim if you made it this far. Thank you guys, and God bless.